Anxiety, fear, disorientation. These are feelings that many people begin to feel when they reach 50. But you are not alone. Stoic philosophy, which is thousands of years old, can be your guide to finding inner peace. Today, let's explore 15 Stoic lessons that can help you overcome anxiety and live more fully in your 50s and beyond. Recognize what you can control. Here's a truth that changes everything. You don't have to control the world to find peace. We can't control the weather. We can't control other people. And no matter how hard we try, we can't rewrite the past. But there's one thing that's always in your hands. Your attitude, your thoughts, and your actions. This is where your power lives. Not out there, but within you. When you stop pouring energy into things you can't change, you create space to focus on what truly matters. You become calmer, clearer, stronger. The Stoics believed that this shift in focus is the first step toward inner freedom. They weren't trying to escape life, they were mastering it. And it all started with a simple question. Is this within my control? If yes, act with intention. If no, release it without regret. You can't control everything, but you can control how you show up, how you respond, and how you grow. That is more than enough. That is freedom. Stop trying to please everyone. Here's something we all need to hear. You were not born to meet everyone's expectations. Trying to make everyone happy is a losing game, and the cost is your own peace. You start bending yourself to fit into boxes you don't belong in. You say yes when you mean no. You hide your truth just to keep the peace. But at what price? Living to please others is the fastest path to burnout. No matter how hard you try, someone will always want more. Expect more or criticize what you give. So stop chasing approval. Start choosing authenticity. When you live aligned with who you are, something powerful happens. You stop needing validation from the outside. You begin to trust yourself. And the people who truly matter, they'll stay. Because they're drawn to your honesty, not your performance. Let go of the need to be everything to everyone. You're not here to be perfect. You're here to be real. And that's more than enough. Everything is changing, and that's okay. Here's a truth we often resist. Nothing stays the same. Your body will change. Your job may shift. Relationships will evolve. Seasons of life will come and go. And that's not a flaw in the system. That is the system. We suffer not because change happens, but because we fight it. We hold on too tightly. We try to freeze time, cling to comfort, and deny the flow of life. But peace doesn't come from control. It comes from acceptance. When you stop resisting what is, you begin to breathe again. You begin to grow. Change is not your enemy. It's your invitation to evolve. Let go of the fear that says, this shouldn't be happening. And instead, meet life with open hands. With grace. With trust. Everything is changing. And you're allowed to change with it. That's not just okay. It's powerful. Anxiety comes from living in the wrong time. Here's the trap we often fall into. Anxiety pulls us into the future. Regret chains us to the past. Both keep us from the only moment that truly matters. The present. When we're anxious, we worry about what might happen. When we're stuck in regret, we replay what already happened. And in both cases, we miss the now. But happiness isn't waiting in the past or future. It's right here. It's in the breath you take. It's in the sound around you. It's in the feeling of your body grounding into this very moment. The present is where peace lives. And the moment you decide to show up to it, fully, you begin to break free from the chaos of worry and regret. So pause. Take a breath. Come back to now. Don't let your mind race ahead or drift behind. The only place where joy exists is this moment. And you are already here. Your thoughts are not the truth. Here's the reality we often forget. Your mind will create stories. It will tell you, I'm not good enough. It will tell you, this will fail. It will fill your head with doubts and fears. But here's the truth. You are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. Imagine your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. Some are dark, some are light, but none of them stay forever. You don't need to chase them. You don't need to believe them. Just watch them pass. The moment you step back from your thoughts, you regain control. You can choose not to let them define you. Every thought doesn't need to become a belief. Every story doesn't need to shape your reality. You are not bound by the narrative in your mind. You are free to let it go. Don't believe every thought you think. You are more than the stories your mind tells you. Emotions are just visitors. Here's something important to remember. Emotions are not permanent. Sadness, anger, anxiety, they don't last forever. They come, they go. But when we resist them, when we fight against them, that's when they linger longer than they need to. Your emotions are like waves. They rise up, they crash, and they fade away. They're not something to hold on to. They're something to experience, observe, and let pass. Instead of labeling your emotions as bad or wrong, embrace them. Feel them fully. Understand that they're just visitors, here to teach you something, not to stay. The key to peace is in acceptance, not resistance. So when sadness arrives, or anger knocks on your door, don't push it away. Let it flow through you. And remember, just like the tide, it will eventually recede. Your emotions don't define you. You are the one who chooses how to respond. Stop comparing yourself to others. Here's the truth. At 50, you're not in a race. Too often we look around and measure our worth by the pace of others. We see someone else's success, their achievements, their life, and we start to wonder, am I behind? But the only race that matters is your own. Everyone has their own journey, their own timeline, their own goals. Comparing yourself to someone else is like comparing apples to oranges. What matters is your progress, not their position. Focus on how far you've come. Celebrate your own growth, no matter how small it may seem. Your path is unique, and so are the milestones that will mark it. So stop looking over your shoulder. Your journey is yours to own. Keep moving forward, and trust that you're exactly where you need to be. Progress is personal. Don't measure it by anyone else's standards. Knowing enough is a superpower. Here's the secret we often overlook. Enough is not about having less. It's about knowing what is enough. We live in a world that constantly tells us we need more money, more success, more stuff. But the truth is, the moment you stop chasing what you don't have, you begin to see the abundance that already exists in your life. When you learn to appreciate what you have right now, peace enters. You stop living in the "I'll be happy when" mindset, and start living in the "I am grateful now" mindset. Knowing enough is a superpower because it frees you from the endless pursuit of external validation. It shifts your focus from lack to gratitude. So ask yourself, what is enough for me? And in that moment, choose to be content. Choose to see the beauty in the present. When you realize what's already in front of you, you unlock a deeper sense of fulfillment. That's when peace begins to flow. And that's the true power of knowing enough. Redefine failure. Here's the powerful shift we need to make. Failure does not define you. It is simply part of the journey. Too often we see failure as the end of the road. But in reality, it's just a stepping stone, a lesson in disguise. Every scratch, every mistake holds a lesson. Every misstep is an opportunity to understand yourself better. You don't grow by staying in your comfort zone. You grow by embracing the challenges that push you beyond it. Failure isn't something to fear. It's something to learn from. It's a reminder that you're trying, you're evolving, you're alive. Instead of seeing failure as a setback, view it as a teacher. What is it showing you? What can you learn? How can you improve? The key is not to avoid failure but to use it as fuel for your growth. Each failure is a chance to get closer to who you are meant to be. So redefine failure. It's not a defeat, it's a step forward. Forgiveness is freedom. Here's a powerful truth. Forgiveness isn't about the other person, it's about you. We often think that holding on to resentment is a way to punish those who've wronged us. But in reality, it's only weighing us down. Carrying grudges is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. It doesn't hurt the person who hurt you, it hurts you. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was okay. It's about setting yourself free from the pain and bitterness that keeps you tied to the past. When you forgive, you release the grip that anger and resentment have on your heart. You stop letting the past control your present. You stop letting someone else's actions dictate your peace of mind. So let go. Drop the weight. Forgiveness doesn't mean they deserve it, it means you deserve to be free. The moment you forgive, you set yourself free. And that freedom is worth every step of the journey. Not everything deserves your attention. Here's the reality. Not everything requires your reaction. Every critique, every provocation, every bit of negativity, it's all energy draining. When you respond to every little thing, you lose the power to focus on what truly matters. The key is to choose wisely what you give your energy to. Not every comment, not every insult, not every distraction deserves a response. Most of it is just noise. By deciding where to direct your attention, you protect your peace. You preserve your energy for the things that align with your values, your goals, and your well-being. Don't let every small thing pull you out of balance. What's worth your attention? The people who matter. The moments that bring you joy. The opportunities that help you grow. Learn to filter the noise. Protect your peace. And focus on what truly deserves your energy. You are in control of where your attention goes. Choose wisely and watch your life transform. Separate events from beliefs. Here's a powerful realization. It's not the event that causes you pain, it's the meaning you attach to it. We often react not to what happens but to how we interpret it. When something goes wrong, our mind jumps to conclusions. This means I'm a failure, or this will ruin everything. But is that truly the case? Ask yourself, is this belief true? By challenging the stories you tell yourself, you can release the power they have over you. You don't have to carry unnecessary pain. You don't have to let your thoughts control your emotions. When you separate the event from the belief, you free yourself from unnecessary worry. You can respond with clarity, not fear. You can choose not to label the situation as something negative. Instead, you can see it as just an event, a neutral occurrence. When you let go of limiting beliefs, peace follows. Your power lies in how you choose to interpret the world around you. So, ask yourself, what if the meaning I'm assigning to this isn't true? And watch your perspective shift. Build a strong self-image. Here's the truth you need to hear. Who you are does not depend on praise or criticism. Too often we let the opinions of others define our worth. A compliment can lift us, but a criticism can bring us down. But your value isn't determined by the people around you, it's determined by how you see yourself. When you truly understand and accept who you are, you become unshakable. You stop seeking validation from others because you know your own worth. You stop trying to fit into molds or meet expectations that aren't yours. Building a solid self-image means embracing your strengths and flaws, accepting your past and growing from it. It means knowing that you are enough, regardless of what others think or say. No one can shake you when you stand firm in your truth. You don't need anyone's approval to be confident in yourself. So, invest in knowing yourself. Accept who you are and watch your sense of self-worth soar. When you build a strong self-image, nothing can knock you down. Let go of the good versus bad mindset. Here's a crucial realization. People are not simply good or bad. We often try to label others, placing them into neat categories. This person is good, that one is bad. But life isn't so black and white. Everyone is on their own journey, learning, growing, making mistakes just like you. When you let go of the need to label, you begin to see people for who they truly are. Complex, imperfect, and human. And when you see others this way, you start to let go of anger and judgment. You stop holding on to grudges. You stop expecting perfection. And you start embracing compassion and understanding. Understanding that everyone is learning and evolving frees you from the constant need to judge. It opens your heart to more empathy. So, choose to see the nuance in people. Choose understanding over judgment. This shift leads to less frustration, more peace, and a greater capacity for love. Let go of the labels, and watch your world transform. The RAIN method for anger management. Here's a powerful tool to transform your anger. RAIN. Recognize. The first step is to simply notice when anger arises. Acknowledge it without judgment. You don't need to push it away or deny it, just be aware. Allow. Let the anger exist without reacting to it. Give yourself permission to feel it fully without the impulse to act on it. By allowing it, you take away its power. Investigate. Explore where this anger is coming from. Is it fear? Frustration? A past hurt? Dig deeper to understand the root of the emotion. Nurture. Finally, take care of yourself. Offer yourself compassion. Wrap yourself in self-love and care, acknowledging that it's okay to feel what you feel. RAIN isn't about suppressing your anger, it's about transforming it. By following these steps, you can shift from reactive anger to mindful awareness and understanding. Instead of letting anger control you, you begin to control it, turning a negative emotion into an opportunity for growth and self-care. You don't have to wait for life to become less difficult to feel at peace. With these Stoic principles, you can find inner freedom, even when the world outside is still chaotic. If you find these lessons helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs it. Wishing you a lighter and more fulfilling journey.